What's the matter, kid?
It's this new Miles Morales. It's so much better than me in every way. No collector wants me anymore.
There, Inches.
It's Miles.
Whatever. As time goes by, the toy industry grows. Next thing you know, you're yesterday's garbage. Sure glad I don't have to worry about that. How's it going, bub? Aw, crap.
Hey toy fans, D21 Beast Rob here, back after a bit of a break. The last video I shared with you guys was my Doctor Strange collector chronology video. If you haven't seen that yet, definitely check the card swinging out up top or the link to the video in the description below. But I've rested up a bit, I've purchased some Legends, and today I wanted to take a look at the Miles Morales Marvel Legends figure. And since he's a member of the all-new Avengers, I figured, why not take a look at this guy with some of his all-new Avenger teammates. We have Uncanny Avengers / all-new Vision, we've got the Uncanny Avengers / all-new Captain America Falcon figure, and straight from all-new Hawkeye, we've got Kate Bishop. The back of the packaging for Miles Morales does feature his bio, as well as a lineup of all the figures available in his Space Venom Build-A-Figure wave of Marvel Legends figures. Meanwhile, the back of the packaging for this Toys R Us exclusive wave of Avenger figures features a nicely done glamour shot, and then the vaguest of bios in the upper right. Alright toy fans, that's the packaging. Let's get these all-new figures out of the box and see what they're all about. Alright toy fans, here we have our Avengers out of the packaging, and I'm mostly impressed with these figures. In fact, 3 of the 4 of these guys I really don't have a lot to complain about. But that Captain America, well, we need to talk. There is a lot to like about this Sam Wilson Captain America figure. The head sculpt is fantastic, the torso has been sculpted and painted to look just like it does in the comic books. While I don't own the figure, he does appear to use most of the same parts on his arms and legs that we saw with the Marvel Now Captain America figure released back during the Winter Soldier wave. But overall, I'm really pleased with the paint applications on this figure. Everything for the most part seems to be pretty clean. I especially like the brushed silver color that's been used for his knee pads, his belt buckle, and whatever that is on his shoulders. You might think this detail is some sort of harness piece for his wings, but this Falcon doesn't come with any. And that's the biggest problem with this figure. At the rate that superheroes are changing their costumes and names these days, Hasbro was probably worried that they were going to miss their chance on a repaint if they didn't get this guy out immediately. And to be fair, this is a very nice looking Captain America figure, but when you remember that it's Sam Wilson, those wings are a devastating omission. Despite that, this figure does come with a traditional Captain America shield, and he features a hole in his back so you can store the shield when you don't want it on display. There's nothing too unusual in the articulation, everything works and the joints are all as tight as they need to be. And if you're curious, here he is standing next to the Arnim Zola Wave Bucky cap, as well as the Target box set Steve Rogers Captain America. Let's move on to the Vision. Fresh off of his redesign by Daniel Acuna, first appearing in Uncanny Avengers, we've got Vision. Vision here is sporting probably his most detailed and intricate look he's ever had in the comics, and if you ask me, it does seem at least a bit Tron inspired. But I love the line work that Acuna came up with for this outfit. Usually, Vision only has a red face, but Acuna's take on the costume blends the colors much more evenly throughout his design. The body is a standard Bucky cap mold, but there is a brand new head sculpt, and for my money, it's the best of the Vision head sculpts we've received lately. And his cape with a raised collar, I think was executed a lot better than we saw with the Hulkbuster Wave Vision we received just last year. His cape has also been created from something of a rigid plastic, so you can kind of cheat some flight poses out of the guy if you don't happen to have an extra flight stand on hand. And just for fun, here we have this brand new Vision figure compared to the Target box set Vision and the Hulkbuster Wave Vision that we've received previously from Hasbro. Last from the box set we have Kate Bishop Hawkeye. To be honest, this is the reason I even wanted this box set to begin with. I loved Matt Fraction's run on Hawkeye, and this is a great representation of Kate Bishop from that series. The artwork was somewhat simplistic, by choice, and the design of Aja's Kate Bishop has been translated wonderfully into plastic. She has a quiver around her waist. The quiver itself is detachable, however the belt is not. But then Kate comes with a reused bow accessory. The plus side is they've painted it, a bonus that could have helped out the Odin Wave Hawkeye figure from a couple years back. And while the sculpt of the bow is nice, it's just a reused accessory. Kate typically sports a plain wooden bow, and it would have been nice to see Hasbro create a more appropriate accessory for this figure. But overall, I absolutely love the look of this figure. Finally, we come back to Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man. As you saw at the beginning of this review, Miles is a redo of a Walmart exclusive figure that was available when The Amazing Spider-Man was in theaters back in 2012. That original Miles figure was a hot mess of Frankenstein parts that really didn't work well together. This Miles, however, is fantastic. Miles has got perfect posability in all the right places. The eyes on his mask have been sculpted, the rest of the figure is paint deco, but all of it has been applied very cleanly. Like we've seen with Pizza Spidey, Miles comes with his own set of interchangeable fist, whipping hands, and wall-crawling hands. And he even has an interchangeable head, but unlike Pizza Spidey, this is Miles fully unmasked. This head sculpt is a great rendition of the way Miles looks in the comics. I look at the face and it screams Sarah Pacelli, so good job Hasbro for getting such a perfect head sculpt knocked out. It's such a good look it makes me want to pose the figure on a regular basis with his mask off. This figure comes fully loaded in the accessory department, but if I could nitpick just a little bit, I do wish we could have received some sort of Venom blast with this figure. I know, 6 interchangeable hands and an interchangeable head, I'm asking for too much. But I'm also wondering when we're going to have a chance to receive that accessory anytime down the line. I would have liked to have seen him included here. But don't get me wrong, this Miles Morales figure is an absolute treat. And there you have it, toy fans. My thoughts and impressions on the 2016 Toys R Us Marvel Legends box set, as well as the Space Venom Wave Miles Morales Spider-Man figure released in 2016. Overall, each one of these figures features a respectable paint and sculpt design that I would say is an above average effort than we typically see from Hasbro when it comes to their Marvel Legends line. The only real downside to any of these figures is the lack of wings for the Sam Wilson Captain America, and hopefully Hasbro finds a way to get those to us at some point in the future. And while it could be argued a bit of a nitpick, I do wish that Kate Bishop would have come with a comic book accurate bow. But hey, at the end of the day, I wouldn't feel bad about paying full price for any of the figures that we looked at today. Definitely check them out. Well, thanks for watching this review, toy fans. Which one of the 4 were your favorite? I gotta give a special thanks to my parents for giving me the gift card that allowed me to get this Toys R Us box set. And a quick shout out to my brother Greg for adding that Target box set Vision figure to my collection earlier this year. You guys can always keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram at D21Beast, and I'll see you guys next time.